I just consider myself a Christian now. Do you get me? I don't consider myself a Catholic or a Protestant. I'm none of them. No.
No, mate. I don't bog myself down to it, but I'm an Irishman. Like
I just follow Jesus, mate. That's it.
I've never had.
I think that's just to divide people. That Protestant Catholic shit.
I've never had a British passport in my life. I've always had an Irish passport. I'm no loyalist, like.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't know
Dogman,
why boys. Don't know why boys be running about fucking talking that shit, like.
Dogman. No, Dogman.
So a big shout out to the chat and the panel. I think somebody
Yes,
Holden the Fisher. I want you to repeat exactly what you said just before I come on about I said something about a loyalist, about you. I'm going to say this before you go any further and get yourself into trouble with me. Not once have I ever called you a loyalist, wrote you were a loyalist, said you were a loyalist. Wherever you're getting your information from, tell them they need to catch themselves on. And let me tell you another thing. I wouldn't call you a loyalist. I wouldn't call you working class. What I did call you was a middle class Catholic. That's what I called you. And I'm an Irish working class.
I'm no fucking middle class Catholic.
I'm not on here to argue with you. I'm just on here to say the fact.
But I'm no middle class Catholic.
No, listen,
I'm from fucking.
Listen, you made an accusation. Where the fuck is your facts? Before I start peeling you, I'm telling you, I'll start peeling you.
Now, mate, but you said it all over Exposure TV. Every time I went on, you were. Don't be promoting his channel. You see, there was boys coming. There was actual boys texting me from here, going, "He's calling you a loyalist in that panel, mate."
Well, tell us this. Listen. It's all supposition as far as what you're throwing out there. I mean, it's all hearsay. It's all text messages, whatever. Let me tell you something now. Never called you a loyalist. Let me make it clear to you.
I heard you say on the cesspit that I wasn't an Irishman. I didn't hear you say that it was a loyalist. Other people said that. I'll give you that. Hold on, Dogman. Hold on, 2 seconds here, mate. No, just let me speak.
Show a bit of respect if nothing else. You're talking about me on a panel and you're telling lies. So I'm on here to defend myself, which I shouldn't have to do. Now, with a bit of respect, I'm going to show you and let you respond to me.
Right, go ahead.
No, I will go ahead, believe me. Or I'll just cut the chat and I'll go back to smoking and having a cup of coffee. So listen to me for 1 second. At the very start, before I come on, you said that I called you a loyalist. Now you're backtracking. Let me tell you something,
I'm not backtracking. It can't be proven because Film Boy deleted all the fucking evidence.
You backtrack. You haven't shown any evidence.
Film Boy deleted all the evidence off his channel, mate.
The funny thing is, you never said cesspit until after you said exposure. You said, first of all, I said no exposure. And then a few seconds later, when you realise... Ronan, let me tell you, fella, I'm going to show you respect. I'll peel you like a fucking onion. That's
not showing somebody respect, mate, because it did go on the cesspit and you says he's no Irishman, and I heard that with my own ears, mate.
Oh, fuck, I said you're no Irishman. I says I don't like middle-class Catholics, and that's what I call you. But that's the fact you're a loyalist.
That backs up my claim that the people that came to me and said that you called me a loyalist were telling the truth.
Don't you begin off another chain of thought. Let's get back to the very fucking point I come on here.
Hold on. I'm not getting
No. You said I called you.
I'll not be going away from this here. You said on the cesspit that I wasn't an Irishman, right? That's basically calling somebody a loyalist, mate.
No, it's not basically
somebody a loyalist, mate.
I'm calling you a non-Irishman. I'm calling you middle-class Catholic. I'm calling you middle-class Catholic.
How do you know me? How do you know me?
That's what I'm calling you. I will not change my narrative.
How do you know me?
How do I know you?
How do you know I'm a middle-class Catholic?
Even in humble.
How do you know how much I get in to be a middle-class Catholic? How do you know where the fuck I came from?
Listen,
you know nothing about me, mate.
I know,
you came on here and you started talking shit about me for no reason.
Listen, fella, I never come on here. You come on here telling lies.
No,
then
mate,
I
you
come
went on the cesspit, started talking shit about me for no reason. I never even had a conversation with you.
All your fucking chat, all your evidence is in cesspit, and all the videos are deleted. Ronan,
Fact.
you're playing with the big, you're playing with the big boys now. You're playing with the big boys now. Believe
Kim
me.
Jong-un or something,
Come on,
mate.
guys.
Ronan, don't please, son. Don't listen.
Evening,
Don't
Humble.
listen.
You
Don't.
came on
That's
and
all I'm
lied
saying.
about me.
Listen. I didn't lie. I said you're a middle-class Catholic and you're loyal to the Queen of England, and I've no time for you, which makes
That's
you
a
an
fucking
non-Irish.
loyalist, mate. You called me a
No,
loyalist.
that's not a loyalist. That's a middle-class
That's a
Catholic.
loyalist, mate.
That's a middle-class Catholic who's loyal to the Queen. A middle-class
Loyal to the Queen?
Catholic.
Who are you to say that I'm loyal to the Queen, mate? How fucking dare you say it about
I
me?
didn't say you're loyal. I said you're a middle-class Catholic and loyal to the Queen.
Hey,
I'm not going to repeat
Loyal to the
myself.
Queen? I've never
It's
had a...
like, no,
Here,
it's like,
let the Humble
it's like
I've
try
never
it.
had a British
it's like
passport in my
talking to a
life, mate. What are you
16.
talking
It's
about?
like talking to a 16-year-old. It's like talking
Talking
to a
to a
16-year-old.
16-year-old? I'm
Listen,
coming to you with
you get
facts,
more
and
hair,
you're just saying to
and
me
you
that
get a
I'm
bit
loyal to
older,
the Queen.
and
Dogman, let's
listen,
change the
facts.
subject now.
All your facts are deleted in the cesspit. Listen, that's the only facts you're
Yeah,
spouting.
actually,
Is
it is,
facts
man.
about yourself.
But
Now,
you've
listen,
just said
I'm
it
going
there.
to leave
You
you
said
alone.
that I was
I'm going
loyal
to
to the
change
Queen.
the
That's
narrative.
basically a loyalist.
I'm not going to give you listen, lad. I'm not going to
don't like
give
each
you
other.
any views.
You two don't like each other.
Change it. Change the
I have no
narrative.
problem with Dogman, but I
Change
just
the
don't like
narrative.
people
I
coming
don't
online
need.
about
Change the
me.
subject, guys.
Listen,
Come on. Time to change the
listen,
subject. We've heard
Ronan.
enough.
Just leave it. Just leave it. You'll get no
Next
views.
time I
You're not
do
shadow
so.
banned because of me. You're shadow banned because of yourself. So I'll tell you,
What are you talking
grow a
about
pair of
shadow ban for?
balls, live a bit
What are
of
you
life.
talking about shadow ban for?
Grow
What's this got to
a
do?
pair of balls. See
What do
a
you mean
bit
grow
of
a pair
life.
of balls? What are you talking about?
See
Sure,
a
I'm
bit of
talking to
life.
you right now.
What I mean is, and listen, it's like talking to a 16-year-old, a spoiled child. Listen, I'm not going to
talking
hassle
about?
you. I'm not going
What are you talking about?
listen, listen, if I wanted to talk to you, I'd go and speak to one of my nieces or nephews and I'd tell them I wasn't taking them to the shop. That's what I'm telling you. Now listen, I'm going off.
What does that
Humble,
even
do you
mean,
want to
mate?
ask me
What
a
does
quick
that even
question
mean?
before I go? Humble, would you like to ask me something before I go?
Yes, Dogman, how you doing, mate?
100%, mate. Go ahead.
Right, okay.
Please make
Right,
it
so
over. Please make it over. Please make it over 18 and legal. Please.
okay, so basically, I just got one question to ask you. Right, I've not got any problems with you. Somebody passed me a comment about a month ago saying that you said Mark Belfast was run out of Shankill for being a nonce, basically. Did you or did you not say that?
No. I'll tell you exactly what I said. And I did say about Mark Belfast on the Shankill. And I remember what I said. I remember exactly what I said. It still makes him a dirty fucker as far as I'm concerned. Still makes him a dirty bastard as far as I'm concerned. But exactly what I said was,
so you,
he was
you
talking
tell
to,
me your version.
if you want to go back,
not,
no, hold on, let me, humble, I showed you respect and you show me the same,
okay.
please. Exactly what I said was, if you want to go back a month ago, if you want to go back a month ago, what you'll hear is, I said, and let's listen, if that's hurting him, then you know something,
no,
I don't give a fuck. But I said he was speaking, I said he was speaking,
I'm trying to take
I said he was speaking to two 15. I said he was speaking to two 15, 16-year-olds, one 15, one 16. And if you go back in the chat, that's exactly what I said. I've got a fucking, listen, I have a memory like a fucking elephant. I never fucking forget the good, the bad, the indifferent. And I'm going to show you respect. Fella. We never had
right,
a problem.
okay, so
right,
we can't. You so, agree with me? We can't prove you can't prove a negative, right? So you're saying that was why he was put at the Shankill.
Humble.
You're saying that's why Mark was put at the Shankill. Bearing in mind, I know the truth about the Shankill incident. Yeah.
What incident, Humble? What incident are you talking about? I never said that. Listen, what incident? You said you know the truth about an incident. Well, I'll ask you.
You've called
no, hold on, Humble. Just believe me now. I've always said you're an intelligent man, and I believe that. But let me tell you something. You're not even in the same pay grade here. Believe me. You're not in the same pay grade, and you're not in the same country. Believe me. And I'm showing you the greatest respect. Now listen,
okay.
I've answered it.
Right.
I've answered it. I've answered it. I've answered it. I will not listen. Listen, but you know something? In my case, 2 and 2 is 4. If you want to make 2 and 2 and come up with 7,
I'm not making
That's
it
up
seven,
to
mate.
you.
I can't, as I
You
said,
live in
we can't
Scotland.
prove
No,
a
you live in
negative.
Scotland.
We've
You live in
agreed on
Scotland.
that.
John,
Bearing in
John,
mind,
John,
Dogman,
John,
bearing in mind how we first
John.
met on this place, yeah? You believed a certain
Yeah.
person and you went and found out the hard way that I wasn't lying, correct?
Ah, listen, I'm going to say the same again. I've nothing but back to you. I say it off channel. I say it on panels. I've never said anything after. I says humble. Humble's very, very intelligent. I don't like some of the things he does. But I'll tell you this. The fact that you mentioned an incident, I'm not going to go any further on what I said. As you know, you live in Scotland. I live in Belfast. Different countries, mate. This is Ireland. That's Scotland. What's on the street, even the dogs in the street know the shit over here. Even the dogs in the street.
Well, they can't all know it, Dogman, because you were getting blamed for owning the flat that the bin came out and hit the Orange Walk. And I knew you don't own that flat.
Listen, mate, I wouldn't. Why would I buy a flat
Exactly.
like that?
So what I'm saying is, when somebody was saying you owned that flat, that the bin came out, I knew you were. So I fought your battles on that one because I knew you didn't own that flat.
PP. Let me tell you something now, John Holden, and I mean this. And people need to listen. I'm not a Republican. I'm Irish. I'm a socialist. I'm for the working class people. I've never been in an organisation. I hate to say that. I don't want to say it again. But I have friends like yourself,
John. John Smith up. Yeah, like to calm the situation down. Exposure. Get the legend up.
So listen, John, listen. I'm going to say, listen, lad. 100 million percent.
But Dogman, the guy you put up, Mark Belfast, the guy you put up isn't even Mark C. That's a guy in his 30s. Mark Belfast is fucking maybe ages with me because I've spoken to him on the phone. I've video called him. I know who he is. The guy that you're thinking of, mate, isn't even the same person.
Well, do you know something, John?
That's where I was getting at, mate. The guy you're talking about is in his 30s. Am I correct?
Well, fair enough. No, I'm going to say yes. No, I'm going to say yes.
That's what I was getting at, mate. Don't shoot me before I get to my fucking... I'm a wee bit slow sometimes getting to it.
No, John, you're not slow, John. You're not slow at all. You're just not quick enough. Now listen to me. You've let it couple of things.
Regardless of how nice you look.
Listen, lad. John Humble.
That guy you're talking about is in his 33, 34, correct?
Well, listen, he's got nothing to worry about then, has he?
Mark Belfast is not in his 30s, mate. He's fucking, he'll be closer to
all time, John, you're like a fucking, you know what you're like? You're like fucking special.
I'm a cunt.
On and on. So I'm still doing it. You're a fucking bollocks, but I actually like you. So listen, I'll talk to you offline on the phone. Don't give a fuck if you record it and play it online. Don't give a fuck. But I'm not sitting here on the panel tonight, mate. I'm tired. Please, I'm tired. Now listen.
Okay, we'll speak about it. But I'm saying you've got the wrong guy, the wrong identity. And we can talk about it private.
John, I've got two things wrong. I've got two things wrong tonight. Right. You tell me I've got the wrong guy. I'll agree to disagree. Holden official said I called him a loyalist. I know I didn't, and he's no proof of it. And if he has it, it's been deleted, right on video. So don't bring the cesspit into it. Start your own feet running. Yeah, I don't hate the fella.
What are you talking about, mate? You said that it was loyal to the Queen, not a loyalist.
Listen to me. I'm talking to you. I says leave the cesspit out of it. Don't be using the cesspit's name. Cesspit's not here.
I can talk about whatever I want to talk about, Dogman.
Dogman,
nobody tells me what to talk about, mate. There's nobody controls anybody on these panels. If I want to come on, I'm very respectful to you here, mate.
Well, listen, I'm going to show you respect. I'm going off the panel anyway. I'm going to show you respect. Colin, making somebody out to be a liar is not respectful. But that
Dogman,
is...
I'll speak to you privately, right? I'll speak to you privately.
John, you'll get the number, and then I'll get you another number where we can speak, and you won't be recording enough. There you go, all right?
On my grandparents' grave, nothing's recorded.
John, I can swear on my father's grave. But you don't know if I'm telling you fucking lies or not.
But your father might have been you.
Dogman's anti-British.
Listen, Dogman's not anti-British. Let me tell you something now. I support a British team, Tottenham Hotspur. I fucking love them. I go over about 12 times a season, away and home. I also go to see Celtic, one of the greatest fucking clubs in the world, mate. So anybody in the chat saying I'm anti-British, and do you want to hear something else? Dogman's also got 3 fucking nephews. Sorry, 2 nephews and a niece married to British fucking soldiers. So fuck you, fuck your narrative, and you know where to live. So if you've something to say, don't put it in the post, don't put it in the fucking exposure with the greatest respect, and don't send it to John Humble. You're welcome in Belfast. I don't give a fuck what religion you are, what country you're from, but you better come to my door for the right reasons. Because I said it before and I'll say it again, whoever you are, I will smash your fucking feet and you'll not walk back to wherever you're going. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if you come in a wheelchair. I'll smash your fucking wheels. So, change the fucking narrative. I'm going back to my family now. Exposure, thank you for having me on. John Humble, good night and God bless.
Okay, mate.
Ronan,
Good speaking to you.
Ronan, God bless. I don't even know who else is on the chat, mate.
Hey, why don't you make
But
peace?
listen,
Can't you sort it out? You've obviously had sounds to me like you've had a miscommunication or something along the lines, and then so why not try and resolve
well,
it?
I'll tell you what,
All good.
I'll pass it on. Listen, Ronan, Jesus Christ, show me a bit of respect, if not only my age. And the fact that I lived in West Belfast during the Troubles and you didn't. All right. Just show a bit of respect before I start putting you. I'm gonna tell you something now, Ronan. You don't know nothing about going down in Belfast during the Troubles. You know nothing about the war. You know nothing about sectarianism. All you've done is read books. You're at a trial. You're at a trial of a man who's guilty of
You're saying about Christian beef. You're saying about God bless.
Ronan,
You're saying you're going
let me tell you something now.
might watch stuff.
Ronan,
How do you know me? You don't know me. You've never met me. We've never had a
I'll speak to
conversation.
you offline if you want. I'll speak to you offline if you want, but I'll tell you what, if you show no respect, if you show no respect to me, if you show no respect to me just as another person,
You don't show
Ronan,
no
you
respect to me.
respect me. You'll get respect when you earn it. And you stop coming up with narratives and making up stories and telling lies about
You said
me.
that I was loyal to the Queen. That's a loyalist.
Ronan, whatever you think what I said is, I know what I said. I treat you as a middle-class Catholic loyal to the Queen of England.
How do you know I'm a middle-class Catholic? How do you know how much money I get in? How do you know that?
Ronan,
How do you know that?
well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Ronan. There's a lot of things that have been settled on YouTube today from what I see. There's a lot of different people. And all of a sudden you popped out of nowhere. You're out of fucking nowhere. I don't listen to you. I don't look at you. I don't think about you. Jesus Christ almighty. If you want to talk about something,
man, I speak to exposure all the time.
Alexander,
I jumped on here to talk about the young situation.
Listen, Alexander, keep out of it. Alexander, please keep out of it. Keep out of it. If you want to be one of the groupies, Alexander, listen, hang on after I go off. But I'll tell you now, I'm not getting into a conversation with a fella who doesn't know fuck all about going up in Belfast. Big up the cesspit. Big up exposure. Big up anything goes. Now listen, lads. Good night and God bless. If I want to talk to children, I get more sense. So listen. Good night and God bless, Alexander. Good night.
Good night.
Exposure, Humble, Ronan, even you, lad. Listen. Good night. And I hope you have a good sleep. When you wake up tomorrow, it's a good day, mate. It's a fucking good day. Humble, talk to you soon. Good night.
Okay, brother.
Good night, folks. God bless.